Yeah, thanks Roman for the introduction. Good afternoon all the delegates and especially our Indian embassy members from India. I'll take this opportunity to talk about the Indian context of the Euro-BRICS, platform. So first, all of us, I think everyone in this room agrees that India is a bright spot in the, slowing world economy currently. Our GDP is growing at a 7.5% growth rate, and it is only expected to grow further in the next coming years. We have the highest foreign direct inflows over the last couple of years, and in fact, after our Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi initiated the Make in India campaign, which you'll be able to see on the notes which was given to you, the FDI has increased by 37%, in the last 17 months. And there have been a slew of initiatives initiated by government by the new government since 2014. A couple of them are Skill India, Digital India, Startup India, 100 new smart cities, Swachh Bharat, which translates to Clean India. I mean, there are amazing projects which have been launched by the government, and to add to this, we have the highest youth demography in the world. Good about all the good parts of the India, but growth doesn't come so easily. It comes with its own set of challenges, especially talking about the youth demography. We also have a challenge to train 500 million youth by 2022 who are unskilled today. That's a huge opportunity, yet it's a huge challenge. We have infrastructure hurdles. I mean, the railways needs to be overhauled, the public transportation system needs to be overhauled, and logistically, India is not up to the mark currently to reach its very ambitious achievements. But that's where I see the Euro-BRICS platform coming together. We have this set of challenges, we have this set of opportunities, and where exactly Euro-BRICS can come into the picture. I'll take a couple of examples from few sectors of India. The list is very exhaustive, but I'll limit to a couple of them. First, let me talk about my most passionate sector, the renewable energy sector. The solar energy of India. The Indian solar mission aims to set up 100 gigawatt of solar power by 2022, which is very ambitious. It has taken the European Union probably 2 decades, and we are looking at a 5 to 6 year term to achieve the same amount of target, and we are already on par. I mean, China is even more aggressive compared to India on that lines. We have almost close to like 10 gigawatt of power which will be installed by this end of the year, and we still need to achieve another 90 gigawatt. So literally we're talking about doubling and tripling over the next 2-3 years. This is where I look at European Union coming into picture. European Union has shown us what it has achieved in the past 20 years, how they've transitioned from a coal-based economy to a majorly a clean energy-based economy, and India needs the help of European Union in terms of the technology transfer, in terms of the investment, in terms of the know-how. So I see a bridge between European Union and BRICS countries, and especially China and India, which are progressing towards a clean energy-based economy. Going to another example of automobile industry. For majority of you might be knowing what are the averages of number of cars owned for 1,000 people. In the US it's around 700s, and in the European Union it's in the 600s and 700s, and India doesn't even own like 100 cars per 1,000 people. And the growth at which the automobile industry is growing in India, it's the new aspiration of any young person who enters the job market. Everybody wants to own a car. There's a huge demand for automobile industry in the coming years, and we're looking at 15 million trained workforce just for the automobile industry by 2022. Today already there is a shortage of skilled manpower in India for automobile industry. I look at Germany as a partner in this. Germany, which has pioneered in the automobile industry. Just think of this case of Germany taking over our skill development centers focusing on automobile industry and helping India reach its own targets. It's a classic example of EU and BRICS collaboration. And India, for the public transportation, all the major cities, we have 400 odd cities in India. Majority of the cities have now started getting into the metro system. After the successful implementation of the Delhi metro system, which is considered to be the world class and one of the highest efficiency metro system in the world, all the other cities are now trying to emulate the metro system, and the European nations are known for the metro systems. So there is a bridge collaboration between the transportation system in India and the European Union. I'll talk about one of the major initiatives of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is 100 smart cities. So the shortlisting for these smart cities is already done. We know which are these 100 cities we are going to develop, and there's budget allocations which have already begun. We're looking at a 10-15 year horizon where we want to have 100 sustainable smart cities within India. And I want to bring the example of what Spain is doing over here. Santander, in small port town in Spain, has been doing pilots on Internet of Things in smart cities and has achieved amazing results. Now it's a small city of like 2 lakh people, but the entire transportation system is now managed using IoT of Things and smart cities. It's an example which just needs to be magnified in the Indian context and used. So there's a collaboration between Spain and India for the Internet of the Things and smart cities. And apart from these, let me talk about defense. India's budgetary outlay for the next 10 years for defense spending is $150 billion just for the procurement of weapons. And 70% of this is currently imported. Our target is basically to bring it down to 50% in the next 10 years. So that means 50% of the weapons have to be manufactured locally, and which is a $75 billion opportunity. So this is another example of where Italy, UK, England, other major weapon manufacturing countries have an opportunity in India and need to look for the BRICS way. The Europe has an opportunity in BRICS, and the BRICS has an opportunity in India. So these were the broad discussions we had over the last couple of weeks, looking at areas of collaboration between EU and BRICS. But this is a very small list, as I mentioned previously. So we want to take this forward. I mean, the discussions will come out in a form of a paper in the next couple of days. We want to take this the initiatives which we've taken over the last 1 week. We would like to take it forward to India as a part of the BRICS summit, which is happening in October, and plan to do a youth summit for the Euro-BRICS platform. So that's it. Thank you.